Okay, so here I have a sample of Highland Park 12-year single malt. This is a 86 proof. This sample comes from a good friend Dean out of the that Bourbon Dude group and the Discord. Now he sent me a bunch of samples and this is one of them. And I have had Highland Park 12, but it's been a while. And so my palate has drastically changed since I've had that. But um, So I welcome the opportunity to try it again. Um, I can find the 12 around here fairly easy. It's just one I haven't gone back to because I've been trying to try so many different things. Um, and so, and I definitely haven't had it since I started the channel. So now, that nose is different than I remember. So Highland Park, it comes from Orkney Island, which is way up north of Scotland. It is So in Scotland, you have the five regions: the Highland, Speyside being a subregion of the Highlands, Lowland, Campbelltown, Islay. Well, the islands that are up there all produce their own unique flavor profiles, yet they are all still legally considered the Highlands. Um, I don't know if there's any type of movement to get their own designation, but some people do consider them their own region, but legally they're not recognized. I've had, excuse me, I have heard them referred to as the island region, but that's not a legal uh, recognized region. So now Highland Park um, does have a mild peatiness to it. It's There are some Highland and Speyside distilleries that will use some peat, um, but they're lesser known. I'm not going to say the distillers are lesser known. I'm just saying that peated whiskey in those regions is not as common. I don't get a whole like you can tell it's there, but it's not. It's not like in your face like a Lafroig. That is good. I get the typical fruity peachy pear stew notes that I get on a Highland and some Speysides. Um, but there's a very slight peatiness to it. And for anyone that doesn't know, what they do is in Scotland they go into the peat bogs and they cut bricks and they let that dry out and then they burn it like coal as a heat source. So whenever they malt the barley, they have to dry it out, and so they burn that peat to dry out the barley, and so that smoke imparts mineral. Sometimes it depends on where it comes from, but you can get like a medicinal iodine or just like a campfire smoke. Um, and this is just real subtle. I don't get um, uh, any medicinal notes from it. It is very slight. This is a very good. Um, if somebody is wanting to dip their toes into peated Scotch, this would be a good one to start with. And it's not horribly priced. It's anywhere from the mid to upper 40s up into the mid to lower 50s. So it's not a horribly expensive Scotch. And now they have a cask strength version that runs about $80-$90, I think, is what I've seen it for. And I've only seen it in a couple of places. It's really growing on me tonight. It's very, it's 86 proof, so it's got a little bit more to it. Um, but that, and the peat doesn't overwhelm the other fruity notes that I'm getting out of it. So, like I said, if you're curious about trying peated Scotch, then the Highland Park 12 would be a good start point. And you can, y'all see my daughter running back and forth. So, uh, anyway, uh, but yeah, I highly recommend the Highland Park 12. It's a very good, I don't want to say beginner whiskey because it's got a lot of good flavors, but if you're if you're trying to just get started in peated whiskey, that's a good place to start. It's not going to blow your palate out, um, and it's not the peatiness to it is not off putting. So that's my take on Highland Park 12, and I hope y'all enjoyed it.